Most people treat AI like a search engine that talks back. You open ChatGPT, you type a question, you get an answer, you think, that was kind of generic, and you close the tab. Does that sound familiar? You just used a vending machine. You put in a question, you got out an answer. No context, no collaboration, no judgment. And here's the part nobody's telling you. That approach is actually making you worse at your job. Not the same, worse. Hello, I'm Mark A. Stafford. I run a one-person digital marketing agency doing the work of 3 to 4 people with AI. But it wasn't always like that. Believe it or not, I spent an entire month working on one prompt. Then after that, I dropped $1,000 on an AI tool and system that became basically useless in 30 days. I was using AI the same way most people do, like a really expensive vending machine. Here's what the vending machine approach actually looks like. You need to write an email. You ask AI to write it. It gives you something generic. You send it anyways. You need a strategy for your business. You ask AI what you should do. It gives you a list that could apply to literally anyone on the planet. You need to learn a new skill. You ask AI to explain it. You read the answer. You forget it in 20 minutes. Every single time, you're handing AI the wheel. And every single time, the output is mediocre. Because AI doesn't know you. It doesn't know your business. It doesn't know your clients. It doesn't know the thing you noticed in that meeting last Tuesday that no one else caught. This isn't just a theory. Anthropic recently said the group that handed AI the wheel scored 17% worse on skills they used minutes earlier. But the group that kept their brain in charge scored higher than average. Same tool, opposite results. I made another video breaking down the full study. Link in the comments if you want the deep dive. But here's what matters for today. So if the vending machine approach makes you worse, what does the right approach look like? Let me show you. Picture this. Imagine a brain surgery operating room. There's a lead surgeon, an anesthesiologist, nurses, specialists on standby, monitors beeping, a whole team of highly trained professionals. But here's what you never see in that room. Confusion about who's in charge. The surgeon runs the operation, period. The surgeon calls in the anesthesiologist when sedation needs managing. Asks the specialist when something outside of their expertise. Relies on nurses for instruments and vitals. But the surgeon never, ever hands over the scalpel. The surgeon doesn't turn to the anesthesiologist and ask, "So what surgery do you think we should do today?" That would be insane. This is exactly how you should work with AI. You're the lead surgeon on your work, your business, your career, your clients. AI is the specialist you call in when you need a specific capability. Research, brainstorming, drafting, organizing, speed. You call AI in. You tell it what you need. You evaluate what it gives you. You make the final call. You never ever hand over the scalpel. When you lead the operation, instead of feeding the vending machine, everything changes. AI stops giving you generic output because you gave it your context, your industry, your client, your history, your constraints. The mistakes drop because you are fact-checking with your expertise. You're the one who spent 10 years learning what works and what doesn't. AI doesn't know that until you tell it, and the results get better every single time you are directing, not hoping. You're not crossing your fingers that AI guesses right. You're telling it exactly where to cut. Jeff, a member of my Build Don't Scroll community, used AI unsuccessfully for months. He was always told that everything revolves around writing the correct prompt. He's a good writer, a good communicator. He thought he'd be great at it. He wasn't. Then he learned this model. One conversation. That's all it took. His words. It's only as smart as you train it to be. And even then, it will still always need you. It's a partnership, not one way or the other. But you are still always the boss, just like the surgeon. Most people only use AI as an assistant. Write this for me, create that for me, format this. That's one role out of 4. You're leaving 75% of the value on the table. Here are all 4. Researcher. AI digs through information and brings you what matters. You decide what's relevant. Brainstormer. You throw out a half-baked idea. AI gives you 10 angles. You pick the winners. Mentor. You ask AI to teach you something, explain a concept, walk you through a framework. Then you apply it to your situation. And finally, assistant. AI drafts, formats, and organizes. You review, edit, and approve. The 5% use all four. They research with AI. They brainstorm with AI. They learn from AI, and then they execute with AI. That's the difference between using a tool and having a partner. Here's something you can use today, right now. Next time you open any AI platform, don't start with your question. Start with context. Before you ask what you want, tell AI 5 things. Number 1, who you are, your role, experience level, industry. Number 2, what you're trying to accomplish, not just the task, the goal behind it. Number 3, who it's for, your audience, your client, your reader. Number 4, what you've tried or considered, so AI doesn't waste your time on obvious stuff. Number 5, what would make this a win, your success criteria. Then ask your question. Try it once. Compare this output to what you normally get. You will never go back to vending machine prompts. One more thing, and this is important. Whatever AI helps you create, you own it, for better or worse. If AI helps you write something brilliant, you get the credit. Nobody's going to say, well, the AI did most of the work. But if AI helps you write something wrong or embarrassing, you take the hit. You can't say, AI wrote that as an excuse. You approved it. You sent it. This is why the surgeon model matters. You're not just collaborating for efficiency. You're the final quality filter, the last line of defense. Remember when I said most people treat AI like a search engine that talks back? Here's what I didn't tell you. The people who got the best results with AI, they weren't smarter. They weren't more experienced. They just refused to hand over the scalpel. They asked questions. They challenged. They kept their brain in the game. Same tool as everyone else. Completely different outcome. The 95% ask AI, what should I do? The 5% say, here's what we're doing. Help me do it better. If you're ready to stop being a vending machine user and start leading your own operation, I wrote a book called Clone that walks you through the entire system. You can download it free. Links in the description. Thanks for watching. I am Mark A. Stafford, and remember, build, don't scroll.